Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So, in the past I've done quite a few videos where I was playing or talking about Donkey Kong, especially on the Intellivision. And in fact, I even did a D2K video where the programmer sent me the ROM so I could check it out and compare it to the original Donkey Kong on the Intellivision. That's this one right here. And I've talked about this a few times. I show it off in my intro. And you know, this game has a lot of meaning for me, being, you know, something special from my childhood. And I know it's not the best one out there. In fact, a lot of people argue it's one of the worst. And so DK Arcade was created by Carl Mueller Jr. And he wanted to essentially show off what the Intellivision can do and build a Donkey Kong game that actually plays very similar to the arcade. And so, and of course he doesn't have the licensing to use the name Donkey Kong, so he called it DK Arcade, as in Donkey Kong arcade version. And so, a while back on Facebook, I saw there was something going around where the company that manufactures the cartridges was having a special in Canada. And I couldn't say no. And so this is actually DK Arcade, one that I haven't actually taken a look at. And this is actually going to be my first homebrew for the Intellivision, the actual physical cartridge, which is really cool. And I just got it in the mail today, so I can't resist. I have to open it up and just show off what's inside. It's just I can't wait to actually see the physical box. Now I've seen pictures of it and stuff. Like I said, I really would have wanted D2K, but it's a little bit more pricey. This one I got on a good sale price. They were doing some Canadian promotion or some Canadian sale thing, and so I just kind of jumped on board. I'm like, hey, I'm from Canada. I can take advantage of this this offer, because you know, for me to order this from America, you know, I'd have to pay the American prices, and I'd have to pay for the shipping and all that stuff, and it would just be a lot of money. And D2K would be even more money. And there it is there. DK Arcade. I wasn't expecting it to be a black box. That's cool. I really like the look of it. Electronite is the company right there. I think I said it right. Electronite. And they have a lot of great homebrews for the Intellivision. This is all nicely sealed and everything. Like, this is legit packaging. And I remember when I bought it, they said that because of the circumstances, they had to assemble them and all that stuff and package them all up. So it did take a good few months before I got my order. And I was perfectly fine with that. I didn't care. I'll wait. And I did. And now I got it. Let's take a look at the back there. That looks nice. You can really see the graphics are completely amped up from the original. So, yeah, I'm going to open up this bad boy and see what's inside. I try not to wreck the package. I don't know if it opens up like a book style, like the, you know, the original Intellivision, the Donkey Kong by Coleco. It's a real box, like a typical Atari box or a ColecoVision box and all that. It opens up like that, and the cartridge came out this way. Whereas traditional Intellivision boxes open up like a book. So this kind of looks like it opens up like a book, which will be neat. Get the sealing off of it. Oh no, the collectability, it's gone. I'm not going to get rid of this anyways. And yeah, it opens up like a book. Nice. Really cool. And something I'm just noticing there is overlays. The original Donkey Kong didn't have overlays. In fact, I think, well, some of their Coleco games did have overlays, like Mousetrap. But I don't think Venture had it, or Zaxxon, or maybe Zaxxon. I can't remember now. But yeah, this never came with overlays. I guess they figured you didn't need it, because there was nothing really there that you would have to look at. I mean, the overlays were to tell you what the buttons do. Donkey Kong, really, you just need the fire button. So let's take a look at the, well, let's check out these overlays. Some brand spanking new overlays. They're nice quality on these. So you got your characters in there. Now I know there's 3 characters in this game. So normally in Donkey Kong you only have Mario, and that's it. And that's where Mario came from, was the Donkey Kong line. This one they introduced 2 new characters. There's Tony and Bruno, and you know, no Luigi for whatever reason. I guess they didn't want to, you know, continue on with the Donkey Kong story too much. But these are kind of nice. But yeah, see, the overlays don't really do a whole lot. It just tells you that those are your jump buttons. There's a pause button, which is nice. I mean, you know, if you're playing a long game of Donkey Kong and you're drinking too much soda, you're gonna have to take a pee. But hit that pause button. So let's see what else we got in there. So we got the manual. Let's take a look at the cartridge. It's nice, actually. It kind of looks like the Activision cartridge. Actually, here's one right here that I had on my desk, and this is the Pitfall one. So you can see it's kind of like the same body shape. It's got those nudges down there. Only this part, I think, well, this part comes to a little bit of a slant down, and this is flat. But otherwise, I mean, this looks really nice. It looks a little bit different than the traditional Intellivision cartridges. And in fact, the original Donkey Kong cartridge, the ColecoVision one, looked like this. Kind of looked like the like a ColecoVision cartridge itself, but smaller to fit an Intellivision. So you can see there's a big difference there. And of course, this one has graphics on it. It has the girl Pauline, which I think they still kept her name. I don't know. I have to look at the manual here. Let's check out the manual. It's nice. It looks like it's full color. Now, I didn't grab my manual for my Donkey Kong. I'm not sure where I put it right now. But I know that one, it's literally just green and white. It's very basic looking. This has a lot of information in here, actually, going on. And yeah, it does tell you about the difference in the characters. So they didn't just make Mario and then make 2 other characters that look like Mario and make them act the exact same way. They gave the other 2 guys different powers. So you know, Mario would be like the standard. He can jump, he can grab the hammer, and that's about it. He can't jump with the hammer, he can't let go of the hammer, and that's about it. I mean, he's got like a regular speed. It kind of makes me think of the Super Mario Brothers 2 that we got here in North America, where Mario, if you choose him, he's just a really basic character, but then you can choose the other ones that have sort of, they got good skills in certain areas and poor skills in the other. So they might jump better, but they can't, you know, they can't do this or that. So let's see here. Tony, the youngest brother, is faster and able to leap further than his brothers. I don't know if that's necessarily a... I guess if you're trying to clear the barrels and stuff, that makes sense. His nimbleness extends to jumping while smashing with the hammer. Okay, I think he can jump with the hammer. And then there's Bruno, Mario's older brother. While not as fast on his feet, he could take a fall like no one else. His tough guy could even climb while holding the hammer. So there you go. Mario cannot climb the ladder with the hammer. That's always been one of the problems with the hammer in not Super Mario Bros. In Donkey Kong, is that he cannot. Once you grab that hammer, you're kind of stuck on whatever girder you're on or whatever platform you're on. You can't climb up and down the ladders. You can't get rid of the hammer, and so you literally just wait until it fades away. So they gave you these guys some little bit of a, you know, if you don't want that effect, but you know, you can go with the older brother who's slower, and he can climb while holding the hammer, which is nice, because then if you want to smash whatever's up above you, and mostly it would be on like the second level or the one with the rivets and all that stuff. So then it goes on to explain the different enemies. You got the barrels, the flames, the springboards, and the cement pies. I always remember talking about these things, wondering what those pies were. Apparently it's a cement pie. But they're lethal, so it must be hot cement, because if you touch it, you die. It says there are 4 screens in all. Now, that's the big thing that makes this one completely different than its original counterpart is you got the 2 levels that were missing from the original Donkey Kong game. Donkey Kong has 4 stages. It's got the original, barrel board. It's got the what is it called? The elevator stage, and it's got the rivets, and then it's got the pie factory. And that's if you play the original arcade version. All the other ones, and I've talked about this in my previous videos, are missing stuff. They're missing 1 or 2 of the levels. In most cases, they're missing the pie level, almost all of them, except for funny enough, the computer versions. So if you have the Atari 8-bit computer or the Commodore 64, they always seem to have the 4 board levels. Even the Nintendo doesn't have that final pie stage, which I heard there's like a ROM hack or something you can get that actually has it, or a re-release or something. And of course it tells you about the different ladders that you can go up on all the different boards. I mean, the game isn't overly complicated. D2K actually has 4 other levels included, which is kind of why I was hoping to get that one, but I mean, I just couldn't shell out the extra dough. But this is still nice. This is really cool. I really like this. So I can't wait to give this a shot. In fact, I'll probably do a Brian Plays video where I'll just be playing this, just to have some fun and showing it off and stuff. This was really just an unboxing video, just to see what we got in there. I really like the look of the box. It's really nice and firm, and I really like how they did it the book style, because frankly that's why we kept our Intellivision stuff. We had things like these little trays inside the Intellivision boxes that you could actually put the cartridge in, and it sat flush inside the box, and it has the little spot to put the manual and the overlays and all that. So, it made sense to keep these things. A lot of people would take the game out of the boxes, like the Atari and stuff, and fling the box away. They're like, what do I need the box for? Obviously today collectors want the boxes, in pristine condition, so they can put them on their shelf and it looks cool. As you can see, I don't have a huge selection of boxes myself. I really just go for the cartridge because it's just, I don't know. I just never cared too much for the box. Anyways, hope you liked the video. That was just me unboxing and talking a little bit about DK Arcade. I hope to do a Brian Plays video on it soon. I know I've done some, the D2K. I've done a few videos where I've played that one. So that'll be pretty similar. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe to my channel. Leave some comments down below. Talk to you later.